Alright, a new week of Solarates, week 9, just started. Let's go ahead and get it done.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you never
I suggest number 3, then 1, then 2.
till you break down. Break down.
Portal 14, I suggest number 5, then 2, then 1. Portal 15, number 3, number 5, number 2.
Need the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned.
Portal 16, number 1, number 4, then either 3 or 5.
Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start
Portal 17, number 1, number 4, and then 5.
till it's all said and done. You won't know what it takes.
18, number 4, or number 1, then number 3, or number 5, and then number 2.
Until you break down.
Number 19, start with number 1, then number 2, and then either 4 or 5. Number 20, number 4, then number 1, then number 3. Portal 21, number 2 or 4, then 3 or 5, and finish off at 6. Portal 22, I'd use either number 1 or 4, then number 2 or 3, and then 5. Portal 23, start off with number 1, then 5 or 6, and then 3. Number 5 or 2, and then 4 or 7, and then 6. Start with number 4, and then 5, and then 3. Number 1 or 3, then 4 or 5, and then 7. Number 2, then 4 or 6, and then 5. Number 1, then 5, and then 2. Number 29. Number 1, then 4, then 3. Number 30. Number 1, or 6, then number 7, or 4, and then 5. $31. Number 4, then 5, or 2, and then 3. Moving to 32. Number 4, and then 6, and then 5. $33. Number 1, then 4, and then 7. $34. Number 2, or 3, and then 6, and then 5. $35. 2, or 4, and then 6, or 5, and then 3. $36. 3, or 7, and then 4, and then 8. $37. 2, or 5, and then 6, 7, and then 3. $38. This one's going to be a little tricky. There's not a good starting deck. I suggest whatever deck 1 through 3 and 6 through 8 is your highest, you start with first, and then you use 4 and 5, then you use either 4 or 5 second, and then the other third. I'm going to be using deck 6 as my first one because my Vines cards are the highest level. $39. Start off with number 6, then either 7 or 5, and then 4. Moving on to 40. Number 4, or 6, then either 2 or 7, and then for the last one, use either 2 or 7, whichever you didn't use on the second attack. $41. Start off with 1, then move on to either 6 or 7, and then 3. $42. Starting off with number 5, then either 4 or 1, and then 3. Number 43. Start up at number 3, and then 4, and then 5. $44, number 3, and then 4, and then 6. Go into 45, number 2, and then 6, and then number 7. $46, number 1, and then 3, and then 7. $47, start off with number 1, then either 2 or 3, and then 4. $48, I believe you could pull it off by using deck 1 first, and then deck 6, focusing on armor, and then deck 3. $49, pulverizing is difficult. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work either. Okay, number 4. Number 5. Number 2. Well, took me a few tries, but that one was difficult. It's actually kind of fun. I haven't had that much difficulty before. And last but not least, Portal 50. I'd start with deck 2, then move on with either deck 6 or deck 4, and then deck 5. Yay! Alright guys, that was week 9 of Solar Raids. So we're going to go ahead and open all of our rewards. Alright, I hope that helped anybody looking for it, and good luck in your tournaments. See you next week.